Start small, but take those actions in order to fulfill what your soul's desire is, because your soul's desire is a gift to this universe. It's a gift to the world. It's a gift to your friend. When other people see you living in your truth, that inspires them to live in their truth. My name is Paisley. For those of you who do not know me, welcome back. For those who do, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so happy that you're here. Wow, I feel so inspired today. I'm really excited to be sitting down with you and sharing my journey and sharing exactly what's going on. I don't really know what this video is going to entail. I just feel really called to have a chat and just talk and decompress about certain things that I've been uncovering within myself, certain topics that I feel like may help people. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I just feel really called to talk right now. So thank you for being here and listening and holding space for me. So I just had coffee with one of my really good friends here, Bella, and she is such a beautiful mother, yoga teacher, friend, goddess, just being of light. We just had a really beautiful, raw, organic, inspiring conversation. Many conversations weaved in our time together. The main thing that kept coming up was this notion of dimming one's light in order to seek approval of others. Dimming your light in order to feel welcomed, feel accepted, seen, heard, loved. Desiring, our soul's desire is to go against the grain or to swim upstream or to go against societal norms, and how scary that is to fulfill. And I've been going through that quite a bit on my own journey, and being able to talk openly with someone who is open to hearing all of the woo-woos and existential conversations was really healing. To feel fully seen, heard, and loved was priceless. And I'm so grateful to be able to have shared that time with her so I can relay this information onto you in this moment of feeling inspired. So this is just going to be a stream of consciousness that I'm pulling in. And I think this all stemmed from this new moon that we're approaching. New moons for me are all about releasing the old and letting the new come in, right? New moons, planting new seeds, new manifestations, setting intentions. When I was reflecting the other day, I did a card reading. I burned some sage and Palo Santo and had a meditation with my guides. Basically was intending to plant seeds of what I want to curate within this next season of life. This next moon cycle, if you're into the moon cycles, or whatever it may be, or just in this moment of what I'm trying to call in my life right now, spiritually, mentally, mind, body, soul, whatever. And I had to sit down with myself, being completely honest with myself. I was calling in a sense of bravery and courage and believing in myself. And I think that, I don't know, it was really interesting to put that out on paper, because I think that we're so easily able to hype other people up, promote other people's talents and, your friends' businesses or whatever, but it's so hard for us to promote things that we are, fulfilling in one's life. It's hard to be our own cheerleader, because a lot of the times we think that we don't deserve certain things, and we do. And this conversation in my own head has been coming up a lot. And it actually stemmed at Explore. So Lucy, if you're watching, thank you for saying this, because this really sparked something within me. And you probably don't remember saying this because we were in the middle of listening to Benny play at Explore. She just looked over at me and she's like, gosh, she's so confident, and she used to work at Kato or whatever, which is this Italian restaurant in Auckland, and used to be a dishwasher. And one day she's just basically, we don't know this for sure, one day she was just like, I believe in myself and I know that my career is going to take off in music. That's when everything took off for her. When she believed in herself. We're talking about Benny here. I know that my brain's all jumbled up. I don't know. When she said that, she was like, she believed in herself. And I think that we have these sparks of inspiration and we have these sparks of, oh yeah, I could do it, motivation. And then we get lost in translation, right? The fear starts to come up when we start to do a little bit of the work. And then it's that fear of, oh, no one's going to want to see that. No one likes that. No one, blah, blah, blah. No one. And it's like, why does that matter? Why does the approval of others hold so much value in our own path? If we break it down like that, it doesn't really make any sense, because our path is our own, right? That is our individual path that we hold sovereign to our own life. So when we place so much value on other people's opinion, seeking other people's approval, what does that do for us? It dims our light. It takes us off of our path because we're asking others what to do, what we think that society wants to hear or our friends want to hear. And then we tend to shy away from what we truly want out of fear of lack, lack of money, lack of connection, feeling excluded, loneliness, like a pariah. And we don't want that. We're connective and social creatures, right? We crave connection, we crave approval. But what does that say about us when we're trying to follow our true path? I think that the people who are most successful are the people who do the best at quieting the noise and really return in to their own heart center and follow that path that is calling for them. Their inner voice is always shouting, hey, I want this, or this feels good, this is good, this blah, 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 blah. Our ego, to protect us, is like, shut up. No, we need to be safe. We need to be safe in this box where there's labels and a path, a clear path of safety, reassurance, consistency, less risk, less unknown. I truly believe that our soul would never crave for something that we couldn't handle or that wasn't truly ours to begin with. Our soul's purpose is to fulfill our desires, and maybe not even our desires, but our soul purpose. As we were talking, Bella, back to me, Bella, we were talking about how we have our entire life has sought other people's opinions, other people's approval, other people's advice, rather than seeking advice from our own intuition and our own intuitive ancient knowing that is all deeply rooted within us. Gosh, I wish she was here so we can bounce off of this conversation once again. Maybe I'll have her in because her words of wisdom were so valuable and we were just popping off of each other. It was deeply rooted within following our own light, and when we do that, we get little gifts from the universe, Great Spirit, God, whoever your higher power is. That's when the path becomes clear. But returning back to how we've always sought approval our entire lives. I still do that. I still ask my parents for their opinion. I respect them and I hold a lot of value to their opinions because I love them and they are a part of me just as much as I am a part of them. However, at the end of the day, I have myself. Even though I'll always have them, it's not discounting them or anything, but I need to do what truly feeds my soul and spirit. As parents, they're always going to be protective, loving, safe, encouraging. They may want you to stray towards the safer side. My parents, they've always been really happy with me taking leaps and bounds and risks. However, I don't know, I think that giving them the power of, I'm not giving them any decisions to make. I hold value on their opinions of what I should do and their advice. And so when I ask them for advice, I tend to lean to what they're saying. Not that their opinions or advice are wrong or bad, but they're not truly coming through my own heart space or my own intuition. I always know what the answer is. I know what that answer is deep down inside, but it's scary to listen to that. It's scary to surrender to my own wishes and to my own beliefs, desires, because what if that leads to failure? What if people don't agree with it? What if people judge me? What if, I don't know, what if I lose my friends? And this returns back to, that Dr. Seuss quote that I love so much of those who mind don't matter and those who matter don't mind. And I'm feeling really exhausted dimming my light and my own authentic true self in order to fit a mold that I think that people will like. I need to like myself, and I love myself. I love my true authentic self. I just get shy when showing it to others because I feel like I'll be too much. I'll be too spiritual. I'll be too, I guess it's just I'll be too much. And people will think I'm weird and people won't understand me. I'll be misunderstood. I'll just be labeled as that weird girl who does yoga and talks to her ancestors and spirit guides. And I even feel shy about this, relaying it to my partner, Jack. And I know that he would never judge me for anything, but sometimes when I'm voicing that, when I have these profound moments of spiritual connectedness and awakening, that I'll be too much for him. That maybe he won't understand, and he doesn't have to understand. No one has to understand you. I think that when we raise our vibrations and we meet ourselves to where we're supposed to be and let our true authentic heart shine through, we're pushing out those vibrations, and then we're attracting those same people who relay the same message as you. And that's how a tribe forms. I think that that's what happened with me and Bella. We are going through similar life phases, not quite, because she has children and she's married, but same setbacks, same limiting beliefs. We're both doing the work separately in order to meet our true authentic self, meet that inner child, meet that warrior within. I feel like that's how we met, because we were both on that path. It just feels so good to be seen. So I think where I'm getting at this is, why do we put limitations on our own self to dim our own lights in order to fit in with other people? I guarantee that people aren't thinking about you in a way that you think that they're thinking about you or judging you. You know, people are so self-centered. I mean, they're constantly thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about you. All my Leos out there who crave human compliments and connection, they're not thinking about you. Get off of your high horse. No, I'm kidding. It's true. People are so focused on their own selves that they're not judging you as much as you think that they are. Like, I remember when I was younger in high school, I would feel so uncomfortable walking the hallways alone because I'd feel like everyone was looking at me and being like, why is she alone? Blah, 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 blah. Quickly got over that because I soon realized no one gives a fuck if I'm walking alone. No one gives a shit about that. No one's looking at me. But those are the things that we build in our head. And so now, thankfully, I'm able to like go to restaurants, sit down and have a nice meal by myself and not feel weird about it, because it's not weird, because I'm enjoying my own company. We just place so much attention on other people's opinions of us, and all that does is limit our own sense of self and limits our own abilities to believe in ourselves. And I think that the moment that someone believes in themselves and believes that they are worthy of their desires, dreams, ambitions, that's when the shift happens. And that's when they, you know, tunnel vision on, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to do, and this is the work that I'm going to put in to get that. And that's when the doors open for them. And that's what Bella and I were talking about. It's like, when we stop dimming our own light and we're following that truth and we're working towards the things that we desire and the life that we're wanting to curate because it is ours for the taking, that's when we receive those little gifts from the universe. That's when we receive new opportunities, new friends. We begin to form that tribe, because believing in yourself and feeling that sense of gratefulness, right? Gratitude of your own skin, your own sovereign self, that raises your vibrations and lets you lead through the heart center, where you're able to attract in what you're putting out. Man, it's like when you see those positive people and they're just like, oh, they just look through the world like with rose-colored glasses. And that's a bad thing. Your perception of the world is how you perceive yourself. Everything is a mirror. Everything that we see externally is what we're feeling inside. You know, the most positive, ambitious, successful people, they view themselves in a high light. And it's not saying that they're obsessed with themselves or anything. They just believe in themselves. That's it. Plain and simple. They believe in themselves and they quiet the chatter of the outside world, of even what they think is happening. Because I guarantee you, if you think, oh my god, what is this person gonna say about it? Like, I struggled with that so much when I started this YouTube channel. Still struggle with it now, even posting it on Instagram and saying like, oh my god, what is this person who I haven't talked to in years, but they still follow me, what is this person gonna say about it? And it's like, I guarantee you they just look at it and go, bye. Like, they don't care. They don't care, but we build this up in our brain because we seek approval so much. What happened with seeking approval within ourselves? What happened to loving yourself in order to fulfill your greatest needs and desires? I truly believe that I'm not going to, or I won't be able to curate the life that I want without loving myself. They go hand in hand. I must love myself truly and authentically to be able to believe that I deserve what I am curating. Whew, I deserve it. I'm good at what I do. I have a voice to be heard. Wow, saying that out loud is really weird, but it's true. And I'm tired of dimming myself. I'm tired of feeling like I need to quiet my own intuitive voice. Nah, that doesn't serve me anymore. I don't care if people think I'm weird. I don't care if people think that I'm that woo-woo girl that they want to stay away from. I hope that when I talk so openly and vulnerably, it may spark something within someone who's watching to be able to follow their own authentic path because it matters. That is our sole purpose, is to follow our path, our dharmic path, what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to serve others. What does that look like for you? Maybe you're a stellar baker and you really want to start baking goods and it makes people happy. Freaking do it. Start small, open up an Instagram shop or something like that and do custom orders. Take those actions in order to fulfill what your soul's desire is, because your soul's desire is a gift to this universe. It's a gift to the world. It's a gift to your friend. When other people see you living in your truth, that inspires them to live in their truth. And when we all begin to live in our truth, man, that is a beautiful world. That is heaven on earth. Damn, I'm getting fired up. Serving each other in the unique way that fits our heart center. So I'm dropping into the sense that I don't know what my soul purpose is, but right here, sitting down and talking to this camera feels good. I think that I'm going to continue this and spread my light authentically without fear. And I'm going to talk openly about my spirituality and invite my friends into a women's circle to be able to talk openly, because there's strength in vulnerability. I'm sick and tired again of dimming my light time and time again in order to fit a mold. That's hard to stray away from. It's hard to stray away from what society deems as the right path. Hard to swim upstream. It's hard to go against the grain. Hard to be the black sheep in the herd. I know. But our soul wasn't meant to fit in with everyone else. We're all unique. We all have different realities. Either side of our body has a different reality. If you're familiar with yoga and you move through your practice, one side's going to be super loosey-goosey one day, the next side's going to be a little bit stiff, and it'll switch. Our sides have different realities, so of course each person is going to have a different reality. And we have different life experiences, different traumas, different things that we're moving and breathing through. But it's our sole purpose to heal that. And the people that do end up criticizing you when you are on your soul path, that's their fear coming up. That's their fear, their ego coming up, protecting them from following their own path because they're fearful of taking the risk. But you guys, once we take that jump, the net is there. The net is there. If you fail, that's a life lesson. Get back up and do it again. And that's scary. It's easier said than done. I know. Way easier said than done. Wow. I don't know where this conversation was going, but I just feel so inspired to not dim my light. I just invite you all to love yourself authentically and allow yourself to step into that own authentic, true ambition and believe in yourself, because your dreams, your desires, your ambitions are worthy of you. You are worthy of them. Gosh, that makes me emotional. Nothing will stop you once you believe in yourself. Your mind is your greatest barrier. Your ego is your greatest barrier. You can live that comfy, easy life of just mundane meh. Not saying that the mundane life is bad, but there comes a time where it's not enough. And that's when reactions start happening in our body. It could be depression, anxiety, quarter life crisis, midlife crisis, any sort of phenomenon like that. That's your intuition being like, there's more. There's more, and that's always gonna happen. And you can quiet it down. You can quiet it down, but it's always gonna be there for you. You just gotta listen and trust. I think that trust is really hard for a lot of us as well, especially when we've failed, we've been betrayed, abandoned. We have a tougher exterior. It's hard for us to open that because it's painful, it's scary. Once we open that to healing, we're able to meet ourselves authentically and to love ourselves fully. And that invites the courage to pursue, oh, my heart's thumping, to pursue our greatest desires, to pursue our dharmic path. And healing isn't linear. We're always going to be healing, constantly healing. Things are to come up that we didn't think that were even an issue. It's been coming up for me. I'll share this in another video. That's been coming up as a lesson for me as well. We're constantly learning. We're constantly growing. You're not going to meet that enlightenment and just stick there and be like, I've ascended. It doesn't work like that. I wish it did, but... But we definitely have peaks of enlightenment. When we go through healing patches and we heal something, we heal a trauma, we give it light, we give it love, attention, acknowledgement, and it's healed, then we're like, oh yeah! And then something else happens. We're always healing from something. That doesn't make us weak. That makes us resilient. Being able to meet our traumas with love. Wow. It's amazing. Anyways, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm gonna have a really hard time editing this because I feel like it was just all jumbled up. But long story short, follow your true path. I know it's scary. I'm scared too. This is weird, talking to a camera about life. Your desires are worth it. Your true path is worth it. That shit is magic. And please, I invite you to not let the fear of judgment, other people's opinions, distract you from your true path. You're worth your deepest desires. You're gonna get them once you believe in yourself. I believe in you. I believe in each and every one of you. You are special, you are incredible, and you are so amazing at what you do. You're gonna friggin' do it with flying colors. I hope this served you well. Love you so much. Thank you so much for being here with me, holding space for me. Sending you big hugs, big love. I'll see you next time. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps promote my channel. So grateful for you guys. Namaste.